Ugh, my teacher, Mrs. Stella wants me to do scientific inquiry. I have no idea what she is talking about. I think she is crazy. I had Mrs. Stella last year. She's a bit strange, but not crazy. I know what scientific inquiry is. You do? Help me please. Well then, there are 6 steps. First, you need a question or a problem. Like, will exercise increase my heart rate? But, Mrs. Stella will make you say it like this. What is the effect of exercise on heart rate? But, you don't have a heart. Don't be a butthead, you know what I mean. Anyway, the second step is to hypothesize. What? Hypothesize is to make a prediction. Like, if I exercise, then my heart rate will increase, because my muscles need more oxygen. Don't forget the because part. That is your explanation for what's happening. What if I can't explain? Can't I leave out the because part? No way. Mrs. Stella will freak out. You come up with an explanation through your research before you start an experiment. Do I have to do research? That sounds boring. Yes, you have to know something about your question. Like, how to measure heart rate, what does blood do, how do muscles work. So, after I come up with a hypothesis, what do? Then you get to experiment. You decide how you are going to test your question and then collect the data in a data table. Data? What's that? Data is the numbers you get during your experiment. You will be measuring or collecting number information during your trials. Trials? This isn't civics class. What is Mrs. Stella thinking? Trial in science means test. You have to test your hypothesis at least 3 times. So, if I want to test if exercise increases heart rate, then I have to do the test 3 times or do 3 trials. If you want a good grade, you need to do more than 3 trials. Mrs. Stella likes it when you do more than 3. She calls it repetition and it makes your results more reliable, which means more believable. So after I finish my trials or tests, then what? Then you analyze your results. That means you turn your data tables into graphs so it is easier to see the results of your experiment. I hate making graphs. Do I really have to make one? You must. I once saw another student turn in an experiment without any graphs. Mrs. Stella's head turned all the way around like she was possessed. You know, I never saw that kid again. I wonder what happened to him. Okay, you were freaking me out. I would hate to see what she does if someone doesn't do their homework. After you graph, look at the graphs and decide if your hypothesis was supported by your results or not. That is called drawing conclusions. What if my hypothesis was wrong? Can't I change my hypothesis? No, that is the cool part. Mrs. Stella says it's okay to be wrong. Which is a good thing, because I was wrong a lot last year. Just talk about how you were wrong in your conclusion and if you may have made any mistakes or errors during your tests. Then, I'm done. One last step. Communicate your results is the last step. Mrs. Stella says it's important so other people can replicate or copy your experiment to make sure your results are correct. How can I communicate the results of my experiment? Mrs. Stella will have you talk to the students at your table during class, or present your experiment to the whole class, or make a display board for others to look at.